Mike, we're going to take back out to Charles Village, where we have close to a dozen cars off the side of a road. ABC2's Katrina Bush is there. Katrina, tell us what you're seeing there right now.
Well, guys, there is a crowd that has gathered to watch this because, as you can see, it was amazing. If you've seen some of the pictures, a number of cars swallowed up by a landslide sinkhole right on top of train tracks. Now, we're here with Charles, who actually was ready to drive down Charles Street just before this happened. Tell us, what was your experience like?
Scary. I was ready to turn down 26th Street to go around and go pick my daughter up from school, and the whole ground like buckled, and then you just seen the cars going over. So I just threw mine in reverse and backed out the block and parked right here on Charles Street. And it's like, I never seen nothing like this, and it's like unbelievable that I'm just glad wasn't nobody in their cars.
And you were right there, so talk about how loud it was, too.
Real loud, like a train collision, airplane blowing up, something real major, because it wasn't like no normal car crash. It was like, I'm in my car and the ground shook, and I still felt it. So I don't even really know how to explain it. It's scary, that's all I can really say.
And now we're looking at some pictures right now of the scene. I saw you took an amazing picture, just seeing those cars there. What was that like to witness that and take those pictures?
Like I said, I was just really glad wasn't nobody in their cars. But it's like unbelievable that you really see this in the inner city, that the structures, and then it's going to get worse because it's going to rain all night. So.
Charles, we're glad you're safe. Now, guys, we're talking to Bob Leffler and Diane Shaw, who work right just around the corner from where this happened. Now, Bob, tell me what was your experience like and what you heard. You were inside at the time.
Well, we hear a lot of accidents around here. It shook. The building shook almost like the earthquake, but not quite as bad. Came out. It was about 3:45. I was on a phone call. I jumped off the call. Came out, and the street was gone. I mean, just like that. And we've noticed lately that the street hasn't been buckling, but the sidewalk has been rising, which doesn't make sense. It's been strange. Used to be able to walk down the sidewalk, look over to see the trains in the pit, but not anymore. I mean, the sidewalk, you have to walk up the sidewalk. So something's going on. This is 1890s engineering, and these buildings are 1892. So I'm just glad they didn't go in the hole. So we own them.
Now, Diane, you were inside as well, and you heard a big crash. You had the same experience, right?
Right. The whole building shook, and everybody, because we've got people on 3 floors, was like, what's that? What's going on? And we all assumed it was an accident because this intersection is really bad for that. And when we got outside, one of the girls heard somebody say, oh my God, oh my God. And when you got to the corner and looked, it was like, the cars are gone. Oh, yeah, the wall's gone. And to look down into where the train goes by every day, and we hear it all the time. It's a CSX line. And I know CSX won't be running for a while because those cars are all laying in the middle of the track.
And now, Bob, this is something that didn't really surprise you, as you just touched on a little bit, but this has been a problem for going back many years.
Well, there's record of going back to Jack Young when he was city councilman, meeting with CSX back in 1998. We dug that. We just Googled it and dug that up. And I mean, it's an old city, and there's been a lot of rain, and there's this work on Charles Street. There's been significant work on Charles Street. They're tearing up the whole street, redoing the street. Now they're going to have to redo 26th Street too.
And how are you guys feeling? I mean,
Well, we'll be here for a while because our cars are stuck behind the building and it's roped off, so we'll be here for quite a while.
Stuck at work and watching to see what happens,
yeah.
Right? All right. Well, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Both okay. All right, guys. Well, we're going to continue to stay out here and see as the story continues to develop through the evening. And as you heard, the rain is still coming down, so no word on how this will develop throughout the night. But we'll continue to keep you updated. For now, we're live in Baltimore. Katrina Bush, ABC2 News.
Hey, Katrina, can you hear me?
Yes.
Can I ask you, are there any evacuations? You know, Bob was saying that the buildings there, he thought the buildings may go. I mean, so people are living there, people have businesses there. Should they get out?
Well, take a look. Bob and Diane, they work right in these white buildings right here to my right, and they were going in and out of those buildings right away. So no word on if people are being told to get out of nearby buildings, but people are definitely still around and still watching to see what's going to happen with this.
Okay, Katrina Bush.
And I'm sure we're going to get some more from emergency management about whether or not this is a landslide.
Right,
Just looking at the